You know you make me want to shout, throw my hands up and shout, kick my heels up and shout, hey, 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 hey.
We're on.
What are you really gambling with?
Another massive episode of Hold All Tickets. We've got 3 Group 1s at Caulfield and plenty of great racing up in Sydney, Katie.
Yeah, we sure do. What a great day we have in store. Of course, one of my favourite races is the Blue Diamond, and we get to see all of these 2-year-olds right at their grand finals, and I'm hoping Big Sky can get the job done for Mick Price and Michael Kent Jr. So it's going to be some race, Brownie.
Sure will.
And a cheeky start spell sell for Brownie with Katie giving plenty of feedback.
Tune in now. Hold All Tickets. Welcome to another massive episode of Hold All Tickets. New lineup today, which we'll get into shortly. But this is brought to you by Tab, as always. Get race day ready with expert tips from the team at Sky Racing, plus runner insight to help you do the form fast. Alex and Adam did a great job. They've been replaced by a better duo. Katie McDonald, welcome back to Punters and Hold All Tickets. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, good to be back. Of course, it was a long spring, but it's nice to be back for the autumn and all the good horses are back. It's great doing the form at the moment. And, looking forward to the Blue Diamond this Saturday.
Yeah, some superstars certainly returned, didn't they? And a couple of them were ridden by your husband, James. Let's touch on Autumn Glow and Jubilee Star's return. Couldn't have gone better.
Oh, they were super, weren't they? Both mares, of course. Jolly Star and the Expressway was dominant. She's a real fresh horse. I think she won super. She looks like she's come back bigger and stronger this preparation. And, she's obviously going to hopefully step out into a Canterbury Stakes next. And then if she can win that and keep progressing, then we might see her at Royal Ascot.
Oh, there we go. That'd be a very nice performance if we can get her across there. How are you enjoying being back in Sydney? Obviously spent your stint in Hong Kong. Great affiliation with Romantic Warrior as well. J-Mac just getting the job done every time he rode him. You good to be back?
Yeah, it's so good to be back. We love going to Hong Kong at the end of the year. And Brownie, I think you could win on Romantic Warrior. He's a superstar, that horse. And, you know, if anyone wants to go to Hong Kong at the end of the year to that December meeting, it's a must. Honestly, you see the best horses, the best jockeys in the land, in the world. And to see Romantic Warrior come back and Ka Ying rising, he was just unbelievable. And to see these top horses, even Voyage Bubble was, of course, winning the mile. So, it's an absolute must for any race goers to get over there.
Where do you reckon Romantic Warrior sits in the McDonald's favourite horses? Very elegant. There's been Via Sistina, obviously Autumn Glow we've touched on. James has had a great affiliation with some absolute superstars. Is there one favourite for you?
Oh, definitely. Absolute favourite is Romantic Warrior, and that's why you can see him painted behind us by the beautiful Nicole Slater. He's he's a champion. He really is. He's a horse that is dear to all of us, all of our family. He's sweet. He's so sweet when we go and see him in his box. And what he's done to come over to Australia, go to Japan, go to Dubai, win all these Group 1s is just no horse can do that, and he can do it, and he's still going. It's unbelievable. He's a war horse.
Nicole Slater, I hope she charges big money for that.
Isn't she great?
She's the best
great. Artist.
I've actually got to fly up to Albury tomorrow with Billy, so I might talk to him about commissioning maybe a portrait of us here on Hold All Tickets so we can hang behind the wall or something.
Yeah, that would be funny seeing her paint you.
I'd need her to make me look a bit younger and thinner. Hey, the other great performance on Saturday was 10 Tyrus. It was some probably an awkward watch there for a little while last, but we do know he's got an explosive turn of foot, and Damien Lane certainly didn't panic.
Yeah, he's a super cold, isn't he? I tipped against him because I thought maybe first up the 1,000 might be a bit sharp, and I thought maybe Giga Kick could give a bit more of a kick than what he did. But
yep.
gee, he rounded them up, made them look second rate, didn't he? He's a star colt. He's got that quick, short little action, burst of speed. He's only going to get better when he steps out over the 1100, 1200 metres. So it's really exciting to see him back, and you could really see the emotion, the Sam Friedman after the race. He's something special, that colt.
Yeah, I agree. His turn of foot is something else, isn't it? And only going to get better and better and more expensive to go to stud. So they'll be loving that, the Friedman camp, certainly. Let's jump into the races because we have got plenty. Obviously, Blue Diamond Day down here at Caulfield. There's 3 massive Group 1s. There's 3 big Group 2s up there at Rosehill as well. Let's look at the market brought to you by Tab. And it's a nice open field, this Blue Diamond. Big Sky holding favouritism at $4.60. Guest House $5. So there's a real possibility that Mick Kent and Mick Price could cornella this race. Unit 5, $6.50. Closer to free, $8. Double figure odds the rest of the field, headlined by Streisand at $12 and Eternal Warrior at $13. But it's a star-studded lineup, and you and I align here.
Yes, well, I'm sticking with the favourite here, Big Sky. He's a beautiful horse, and I feel like he's not the finished product. We've seen him over the 2,000 metre trips, and yes, he has to get to the 1,200 metres. And he does look like a horse that is a bit awkward. He gets his head up a little bit high. But what I liked most about him, especially his win in the Chairman's, is how he powered through the line. He just got quicker and quicker, stronger and stronger, and won with arrogance in the end. So I see this race playing out in 2 races from a speed map point of view. You've got your speed horses like Lady Moscato, Tough Romance. Guest House won't be too far away, I wouldn't imagine, from that barrier. Big Sky, he'll go forward. I Am Aria. And then you've got horses that have drawn awkwardly that I think will go back. So I think it is a race in 2. Those horses that have drawn inner closer barriers are the speedier horses. So I think Big Sky lands in a beautiful spot with his stablemate in Guest House. So I think they're definitely the 2 that I want to be on. But I just think there's Big Sky we haven't seen the best of yet, and I'm hoping we can see that on Saturday, especially over the 1,200.
Yeah, I concur with a lot of what you said there. Like a horse that can get out and free running, can control things in front if he does land there, but can take a sit. And is it a massive leap from 1,000 to 1,200 for these 2-year-olds?
Yeah, it definitely is. And it's 3 weeks between runs. But the horses that have done this in the past, the Chairman's into the Blue Diamond, the last one was Extreme Choice. And then we have to go right back to when Road to Success did it in 2000, and then the year before that was Redute's Choice. So good horses do it. So if he can do it, he's in elite company there, especially if he ends up in being a sire.
And I was reading an article yesterday in the papers too. Mick Price almost pleading to any jockey that would listen to him not to overdo it, not to eyeball a couple of his horses up front, because that's an easy way that you can get them beat, isn't it, if they overdo things early in this high pressure race.
Yeah, especially 2-year-olds, because they're so immature. They've only had a couple of starts, and you can see them the last couple of even the Blue Diamond lead-up races. They've been over racing and charging, and Guest House is one of those. So, you just sort of hope that there is a little bit of speed on, so that they stretch out a little bit and every horse relaxes. But I just don't know whether that's going to happen, which is another reason why I'm with Big Sky, because he's going to be right there, hopefully with a bit of daylight, and he's going to be really hard to beat.
Yeah, nice, Cody. I like the fact that we align on our first tip on the show. Hopefully we do in a couple more races as well. The other big Group 1 at Caulfield's race 7 over the 1,400, and it's the Futurity Stakes. Short-priced favourite here, Treasure the Moment, and deserving first up. Evaporates at $6.50. Pericles $7, Watch Me Rock $9, $9.50 Like a Lucy, and Feroce I think has come in at a reasonably big price at double figure odds after a really good first up performance. Which way did you lean here?
I just can't see them beating Treasure the Moment. I think from a speed map point of view, she's going to get ultimate control. I think Evaporate will come across with her.
Yep.
And if she wants to let Evaporate go to lead, she'll just sit outside and control the race. She'll dictate the race. She looks like she's come back well. I know hard to get a guide on her trials. I haven't really let her go. And there's been a couple of speed horses that have been way out in front. But I think that she's I think this is her race to lose. I really do. You know, you've got Buckaroo, Like a Lucy, Vivier, they all sort of go back. V8's a little bit of an awkward one from out there. What does he
Yep.
do? I'd say he probably has to go back or try and find a spot midfield. Pericles, he'll hold a spot. Feroce is going to get a really nice run in the race, but he did have his chance the other day as well. I know you like him. Feroce, treasure the moment.
Yeah,
Feroce,
Different
treasure the moment.
classes.
She's class, and she's the class of this field. The only other horse that I thought from Barrier 1 that does have a little bit of class on his side is Watch Me Rock. He's
Yep.
really fascinating because he's got William Pike from the West coming over to ride him. So he's no doubt given up a good book over there to come over. So, he's interesting to see what he can do.
Yeah, it'll be fascinating. I feel like we in the racing world and the bookies always disrespect Feroce. This is a proven Group 1 performer, fairly consistent. 5 Group 1s, has won one, has run second, has
He always
run.
finds one better though.
I know,
Always.
and like a couple of weeks ago, like had that race almost cold, and Tom Kitten gets there in the last few strides, but
Yeah.
I can't let the horse go around at 10-1 without something
enough.
each way on. So favourite's going to be awfully hard to beat, and you're with it. But
And
Feroce maybe.
he's also had the run under his belt, so he's got race fitness on his
Yeah.
side. So, and he's drawn a good barrier. He's going to get the right run in the race. But yeah, we'll see.
maybe a little same race multi, treasure the moment to win, and it to Feroce to run top 3 or top 4. Oakleigh Plate, this is going to be a cracking edition of the Oakleigh Plate. You've got Point Barrow at $3.20 carrying the 50 kilos. Tropicus $7. Gigi's Miss Truth $9. Gallant Sun $9 as well. Persian Spirit is $13. Hedged $15. She's Bulletproof $16, and big price the rest of the field. Fascinating. You're taking the favourite on here just because of experience?
I am, and it's awfully hard for a 3-year-old filly to win this race. I actually rode one back in the day, and she went round as favourite and heavily, and she ran third. It's a tough race, the Oakleigh Plate, to win.
Yeah.
I think the speed map, looking at it, looks perfect for the favourite in Point Barrow. I think she's going to get a really nice run in transit. There looks lots of speed. You've got Way to the Stars will go forward. Bridal Waltz will go forward. Don't Hope Do will hold a spot. Gallant Sun I would imagine, hold a spot, as well as Hedged, and she's Bulletproof. My horse has been trialling up beautifully. Tropicus, another speed horse. I think Tropicus will be. I think the favourite will have to give them a big start.
Yep.
Is she good enough to run these older horses down? Tropicus, I thought he trialled just as good as his stablemate Tentaris. He
Wow, there
trialled
you
just
go.
as good at Mornington. So
Yeah.
look, he's a good fresh horse. We've seen that before. I know he looks like he's got a little bit of a breathing issue, and if he can just sort of get a nice rhythm in the race, I think he's going to be hard to run down. Who do you like?
I just think Point Barrow's pretty special. Like what the horse did on Caulfield Guineas Day in that earlier race, when had no right to win from where it was, and got off the canvas, and then obviously came out and won again to finish the prep. 50 kilos in super light. I know that taking on the older horses for the first time is a bit of a concern, but I am hoping that there is a fair bit of speed in the race, which I think there will be, and sit midfield with cover, peel out, have last crack at them. Point Barrow could be absolutely charging over the top late, and could be another nice afternoon for the Freedman team, who are just flying.
Yeah, they are flying, aren't they? And usually they continue on. When the stable's flying, they all seem to must talk to each other in the stables and keep on winning. But they're building a nice team.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the 3 Group 1s covered, but there is another really nice Group 2 that we're going to touch on here, and that's the Angus Armanasco over the 1400. And great to see She's an Alibi back. Obviously, the Moody Coleman horse had absolutely destroyed them to finish the prep in the spring. $1.60 at Tab.
Very short.
Salty Pearl $4.60, Chateau's $6.50, and then we're going to $16 Spicy Lou, Exit 17, Jenny Gone Bonkers $18 Mystery and Drama 23s, and then $51 for Angel Eyes and Morgana. I just assumed that everyone would be tipping She's an Alibi, but again, you and I align here on the second line of betting. Salty Pearl. Tell us why you like Salty Pearl.
She's a beauty, isn't she? She just finds the line every start. I think the 1400, she's drawn well. Looking at the speed map, She's an Alibi from barrier 1 you'd think would hold a spot. I don't think she'll lead them up though, because you've got Spicy Lou from 5, Mystery and Drama from 4. They'll come across. Salty Pearl, I think, would want a She's Alibi sort of on his left shoulder. So I think maybe try and find that one out, one back position when She's Alibi will probably find that box seat. So I think it'll come down to a race of tactics here from the jockeys. But Salty Pearl couldn't have been any more impressive in the Manfred first up at Caulfield. She was steaming to the line. That was over the 1,200 metres. So ideally she's a miler, so the 1,400 just looks perfect for her. I just love her will to win. She's great. You can't miss her. She's nearly white. But, gee, she pins those ears back. She finds gaps. She attacks the line. She lengthens out, points her nose out. I just think having that race fitness on her side first up is why I want to be with her when She's Alibi is first up. I know she's got an abundance of ability. She's an alibi. But I just think maybe Salty Pearl having that run under her belt will hold her in good stead here.
Yeah, I thought her first up run was absolutely outstanding. The only replay I've watched more than Salty Pearl is Danica Mason's interview with the Today Show over the last 24 hours. I just keep watching both those things, and they're both magnificent. And hey, I can't knock her because I've done that a few times myself. I just haven't slurred as often. But Salty Pearl didn't get away that well, last on the turn, and didn't even try for an inside rails run, was angling off and couldn't get clear air until almost, the 100-metre mark and still savaged the line into third. So I think we'll see significant improvement second up over the further trip. And if She's an Alibi's the real deal, wins, but I reckon Salty Pearl will be awfully hard to beat, and we're going to get a nice price.
Exactly right. Yeah, definitely. I just can't believe how short She's Alibi came up. First up.
That's right. I know. Bookie's not prepared to risk at all.
You know you make me want to shout, throw my hands up and shout, kick my heels up and shout, hey,
We're on. What are you really gambling with?
All right, Katie, we're going to look at the black bookers for this week, and there's two that I would like to add in. I was watching the races on Wednesday at Gosford, and there was a Waller runner, fast finishing second, really hit the line well, called Ainsbury. Two really good performances this preparation. I think anywhere that Chris sends his horse next start, it will be winning. And Ipswich on Thursday, roaring success, flew late over the 1100 for a fast finishing second as well, trained by Jamie Bayliss, a former Victorian horse. Hopefully those two can get the job for us next start. And out, been waiting 3.5 weeks for this performance from Pittman after it missed the start by about 10 lengths and ran a nice third at Yarra Valley. They took it down to Hobart to run in the Tassie Derby, and it was absolutely useless. So in for one start, out, Pittman, gone.
Out.
So there are two black bookers.
They did throw it in the deep end, though.
Yeah.
Tassie Derby.
No, absolutely. They had to throw up the stumps and back to benchmark 58 grade, please, for Pittman. You can sign up for your own black book for free with Punters Light account. Head to punters.com.au to sign up today and never miss any of those black bookers. Before we jump into the Sydney races, because as I mentioned off the top, there's some magnificent Group 2s up there. Marcus has joined us, and I thought, been working with you now for a long period of time, your first segment around the Blue Diamond was some of the best input you've had.
Oh, absolutely. Better late than never. You would have loved just chatting away there, Brownie, having the mic to yourself. But I am going to put you under a little bit of fire here.
Okay, I like
Katie, I want you to chime in and tell you how he does. But we're going to start, spell, and sell. I'm going to give you three horses.
Start, spell, and sell, okay.
One start, one spell, one sell. And we'll start off with last weekend's runners, Centaurus,
Yep.
Autumn Glow, and Jolie Star.
Well, a few of these are close to Katie's heart. Okay, I'm going to start Kentaurus because with every start, another win adds another $10, $20 million onto this colt.
Katie's face is in her
Hey,
hand.
you're dreaming.
I'm going to
That's
sell
spoken
Autumn
like
Glow.
a true Victorian.
Sell Autumn Glow. What do you think of that?
Sell her. She could be better than them all. She could be like the black caviar winks, this horse.
And I think Jolie Star gets a spell there. So, yeah, you look disgusted at me.
I am absolutely disgusted. I can't believe that.
And now we'll look for you to redeem yourself, Brownie, with the champion 2-year-olds with the Blue Diamond Stakes coming up this weekend. The 3 horses I'm going to give to you are Seapoy, Hero, and Dance Hero.
Oh, I'm going to start Piero, Superstar. I'm going to sell Seapoy, and Dance Hero I'm going to spell.
Did he redeem himself there, Katie?
I would have spelled Seapoy and sold Dance Hero.
Really? Yeah.
But I definitely would have started Piero. What a champion.
Yeah.
Champion 2-year-old. He also champion 3-year-old, ran third in a Cox Plate. He actually won a Hobartville too, which is tomorrow in Sydney. So,
Yeah, there you go.
Absolute champion horse. Love Piero.
I can see why you started Piero because you actually have a drawing on your Instagram from 2012 of what you drew from Piero. We can get it up now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit of a talented
there we
drawer
go.
you are, Katie.
We have a little stalk, did we, of my Instagram mark?
Maybe. Might have to
That's
dig up
good.
some dirt. But you're speaking about drawing Brownie. You might have to draw Brownie yourself after those talented
You're a
drawings.
good drawer back in the day.
I love art. I love drawing, love doing all that. Yeah. And Piero was one of my favourites that I watched when I was an apprentice. And yeah, I did draw him. Obviously thought it was pretty good to post it on my Instagram.
Oh, you don't need to worry
haven't done
about
one
commissioning
since.
Nicole Slater for the next one. You can draw it yourself.
No, I'll pay the big guns to do it now for me.
All right, let's straighten up because there's some great racing up in Sydney, and we're going to have a look at the Hobartville Stakes, as you just mentioned, a Group 2 over 1,400 metres. It'll be good to see Ninja potentially bounce back. $3.10 favourite, brought to you by Tab. $3.60 Napoleonic. J-Mac riding Autumn Boy. The stat around this race is there haven't been too many horses in the last 20 years win first up. I think Chris Waller knows what he's doing. Obviously, he's had 2 of them in the Autumn Sun and Press Statement. But it's going to be a big ask. Shangri-La Boy, $7. Attica, $13. Woderton, $14. This is a really nice race. Some quality in this field, Katie.
Yeah, there sure is. I've landed on Napoleonic here. He's a special colt. He just got beaten by Tempted the other day. They absolutely space third. I think he's wound up to sort of win this race. He's going to be there on speed. As you said, Autumn Boy, Woderton, they're all Attica, who I've got a lot of time for too. They're all going to be sort of back in the field, giving them a bit of a start. Napoleonic's had the run under his belt. So I think he's going to be really, really hard to beat. I think Shangri-La Boy will come across. He'll lead them up and he'll give a good sight.
Yep.
Ninja, I can see why you like Ninja because he has that residual fitness, came through the Magic Millions race, and he's going to get a beautiful run. If anything, he'll probably find Napoleonic's back.
Yep.
And he'll get his chance to win. There's no doubt about that. He is a good horse. I do think this is a step up, though. These are the creme de la creme colts here. So I think he's going to have to be at his absolute best, Ninja, and we'll see where he fits in too. If he wins and gives him a good beating here, we know he's a real deal, but he hasn't done that just yet for mine.
Yep.
Napoleonic for me.
Yes, I was with Ninja. Just think it does bounce back, irrespective of what people thought about the Magic Millions run and the protest and whatnot. Got a bit of time for this horse. Hey, quick question. So Autumn Boy not wearing blinkers Saturday obviously did its best work in the spring with the blinkers on. Is there a reason Chris Waller's done that?
Yeah, I suppose he's probably waiting to put the blinkers on for the grand finals,
Yeah.
I'd imagine. So he'll just be having a good spin around. And you know what? He's probably good enough to be flashing home and beat them all if the race runs to suit him. But I do think that obviously this is a nice kickoff point. He galloped beautifully the other day. He's a stunning colt as well. And so is Woderton and Attica. So they'll be all around the mark in the race, and they'll all be making their runs together.
You obviously know a lot about this horse, Katie, with J-Mac riding it, but how high can Autumn Boy go, having already won a G1?
Yeah, I think he's got a lot of time for him, that's for sure. I know one thing's for sure, James doesn't tell me a lot, so I have to take it on what I see and what you guys see. So,
Yep.
yeah, look, I think the fact that he's riding him, it says a lot. Of course, he's had a lot to deal with Woderton as well as Napoleonic, won a Group 2 on him Cox Plate Day. So, yeah, look, he's obviously trained by Chris Waller. Big targets in store for him. How far he gets, yeah, I'm not too sure, but I think a Randwick Guineas, Rosehill Guineas looks right up his alley.
Am I being hard on Woderton by saying every time we've seen this horse, it's just been below expectation for a while now?
Yeah, I suppose so. I think there's a good race in him.
Yeah.
He just needs everything to go his way. And as I said, he's trained by the master trainer. He will find that race and he'll get his time in the sun, no doubt about that. He also a beautiful individual.
Yeah, big boom on the horse early, but hasn't quite delivered. The Group 2 Millie Fox Stakes over the 1,300 metres. This is a cracker as well. J-Mac riding the favourite Lazura, $2.60 on the tab market. O Diamond Little at $6. Yeah, outside of those two, there's not a whole lot. Pinato's $12. I think Modella is in double figure odds as well. Looks clear cut on paper. Are you tipping the favourite?
Yeah, I am. I think Lazura finds just a beautiful, winnable race here. She was scratched last week from a little bit of a hot race to run here. She's drawn well. She's got options. There's a little bit of speed inside her, so I think she'll come across with them. A little bit of speed outside her, so I think James will be able to park her wherever she wants to be. Look, she's a talent. She's the class of this field. She's a Group 2 winner already, and this is a good kickoff point.
I thought O Diamond Little. I've been waiting to see where this horse went since Willowdoe came out and won first up and did it so impressively. Trolled up behind it and has subsequently gone to the trials again and absolutely blown them away. So I think this is a winnable race. Going to have to be at its absolute best. Lazura is obviously a nice horse, but they're both first up, and the clear speed in the race will be O Diamond Little. I think it tries to slide across from that wide barrier, and Jason Collette just goes to the front and says, catch me if you can. So $6 might be a nice little each-way price.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, she sure will. She's got that natural speed about her. She'll go forward and, yeah, she definitely will adopt those tactics, I would imagine, and Lazura will come flashing over the top, hopefully.
That'd be a perfect finish. And the last of the Group 2s up in Sydney is the Silver Slipper over the 1,100 metres. Much more wide open field, this one. Shicky's your favourite for the Waterhouse Bot team at $3.80. Hendricks $4.60, $5.50 Incognito, Confederations on that line of betting as well, and Stretton Ruler at $9. Pretty nice race here for the last of the Group 2s.
Yeah, it sure is. Of course, a key lead up to the Golden Slipper in a couple of weeks' time. So out of this race, we've had 25 starters for 4 wins, including Farnan, Sheeble Rain, Moss Fun, Piero, one of mine, came through this race. So I've landed on Hendricks here. He was so impressive last start. I just loved the way that he did everything right. He's the ultimate professional. He can only improve off that. Confederation, he ran second to him. He did a lot wrong. So I think he'll be a big improver here, especially if he's able to try and find the fence. He just sort of was hanging out a little bit. So if he can find the fence from barrier 3, Confederation, I think he'll be a big improver. But Hendricks he's just going to lob in the spot from 6. I think he's going to be one out, one back. There's lots of speed outside with eviction notice, savage look. Sheiky will definitely be thereabouts, I'd imagine, and has that residual fitness through the Magic Millions. So I can see why the market's gravitated to Sheiky, but it's a great race. We're going to learn a lot. Incognito is a horse that they've always had a lot of time for, and he looks like he's going to get a nice run in transit too. So I'm with the grey here. If you've seen him in the flesh, he is an absolute stunning colt, Hendricks. So I think he can get the job done.
I'm with Stretton Ruler here. Bit speculative, $9 chance. Didn't quite make the field for the Blue Diamond, but was beaten by a lip first up, and then was a plain 4th, I thought, in the prelude for the Colts and
You
Geldings.
don't sound convinced.
No, I don't, do I? But Philip Stokes is a very good trainer, and I thought this was, of all the races we've done today on this show, this is the one I was least confident in, but I want to give it another chance.
Fair enough. The Melbourne horses are always tough when they come to Sydney. The Sydney boys and girls are very, very strong.
Yep. Getting up to Sydney on the other leg. I'll tell you what I am confident in, though. Hong Kong on Sunday, the Queen Silver Jubilee Cup, and we've got an absolute superstar in Kaying Rising who's equal with Silent Witness on 17 consecutive victories, going for the record of 18 that, I personally thought wouldn't be beaten for a long time. But what a superstar that horse is, and will be going around very, very short, Katie.
Yeah, he's obviously a no bet. He's just a stand and watch. He is a genuine superstar, this horse. And to think that he's doing this really only in third gear is extraordinary. We're going to see him for a few more years yet. So, yeah, definitely if you get a chance to go to Hong Kong and watch him in the flesh, it's it gives you goosebumps.
It could get to 20, 21, 22. Who knows what number he'll eventually get to consecutive wins.
I'll give you one, Brownie. Do you think Tentaris could beat him?
Do you know what? Wouldn't mind seeing it. Maybe Everest. Maybe the Everest.
Might just do it.
Speaking of, where does Kaying Rising rank compared to some of the best horses we've seen in this country, like a Black Caviar, like a Winx?
Oh, Katie's probably best to answer that, having been over in Hong Kong. Is there a bigger horse on the planet?
Probably not. No. Black Caviar is very special to me. I loved Black Caviar. But, gee, the more I think about it, the more I think Kaying Rising would beat her.
Yeah. It's good. Great to see
unbelievable.
that we're living through so many champions, Winx and Black Caviar and Via Sistina and Kaying Rising, Romantic Warrior. It's a pretty special time in racing at the moment.
Sure is.
So, Marcus, a couple of weeks ago, we addressed our autumn futures.
We did.
Put Katie under the microscope as well.
I think we will. So we've asked Katie to do some homework with some autumn futures. We looked at 4 major race days, and we'll start with the Australian Guineas. Katie, who have you gone for there?
Oh, I think Observer. It's his race to lose, isn't he? God, I can't believe the performance from him first up. It was extraordinary. He can only improve and get better. He looked like that. He had improvement in him, which is scary. So I think Observer for the Australian Guineas. Very elegant stakes, only a couple of weeks away. I just don't see how they're going to beat Autumn Glow after her victory first up in the Apollo Stakes. Aliana's an interesting one in the Ranvet Stakes. There's a good race in her. We know she's a superstar, but she keeps bumping into one better. So I think the Ranvet Stakes this year is Aliana's race. And the All-Star Mile, I think Treasure the Moment. Hopefully we see her back to her very best this autumn. And obviously we'll learn a lot come this Saturday in the Futurity.
Did 60s tempt you at all in the Guineas with the way it's running at the moment?
Yeah, 60s was impressive, but Observer's got something about him for me that's very special. I think 60s is going to give him a good old race, but I think Observer for me definitely, and he's versatile. You can ride him however you want to ride him. So if he draws an awkward barrier, he's you can place him where you want. 60s, I suppose, was 4 wide the trip, no cover the other day, working and still gave him a blast. So yes, it's going to be some race.
Let's have a look at the best bets, because when we give best bets here on this show, we got to be bold and brave and really put it on the line. We have $100 and we've got to be fearless, Katie. How have you looked at your $100 play this week?
Don't know whether I'm fearless or brave. I've gone with a place multi here for my $100. So I've gone race 6, number 1, Benadryl. Benadryl. I'm telling you, this is a good horse. Just we haven't seen the best of her yet. Damien Lane with the ride. She's got the 60 kilos, but I think Benadryl, couple of gear changes. Yep. I think she's 10-1 at the moment. Okay. So if the place, hopefully she can run well. Into Treasure the Moment, the place. If I was brave like you, Brownie, I would have gone the win, because I do think she'll win. But anyways, we'll be conservative. Treasure the Moment, the place. Napoleonic, the place. And Hydrix, the place.
There we go. 4-horse place.
What have you gone for?
I've gone my $100 Caulfield Saturday on Rosberg. Really nice horse. I loved what it did at Moonee Valley on debut and then put up lame. Simple as that. The horse is a superstar. This is a really good starting point for a big second preparation for Rosberg. Clint McDonald likes the horse. On the second line of betting, I think it's around $3.70. I think it comes back in good order and blows them away on Saturday. So I've put the whole lot on Rosberg.
You are braver than me.
Marcus?
And I've had to go to Morphettville to look far and wide for an Omen bet. And we're going to go race for number 9, Brown Nose Day Gal. And I may have come across an image from one of our own, trying to dig up dirt earlier from Katie's Instagram of her with the old Snapchat filter, the dog filter from back in the day. So that's a good way to kick off the embarrassment for you.
Katie might not come back after today.
No, she already hates me.
that one.
No, very good. All right, well, thanks very much for joining us, Katie, up there in Sydney. Good luck for the weekend. There's another episode of Hold All Tickets brought to you by Tab. Follow the Hold All Tickets page on Bet's Friends to copy all our tips for the weekend and more. See you next week.
You know you make me want to shout, throw my hands up and shout, kick my heels up and shout, hey, 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 hey.
We're on.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.